So this is a battle that I had on the ladder, and I thought that this guy had a really interesting looking team. He has Charizard and Guzzlord, which are two very offensive, high attack, high offense Pokemon, and so it was a pretty threatening looking team, especially with these three, even four kind of pivoty, like switch around a lot Pokemon. So I was looking out for that, and I have my switch around Pokemon too, actually four of them, so pretty even there. But I decided to lead with um, my Heliolisk just because I do it every time that he has nothing to take a Volt Switch. So let's go from there, and yeah. So I go into my Heliolisk, he goes Passimian, and so I'm going to go directly to Vileplume, and last thing I did was put on this effects for, so I feel like that's why I got that poison right there. But right here is crucial, I missed the Sleep Powder, and he kills me with the Psychic, with the crit Psychic. I don't think the crit mattered at all, but so then I go into Heliolisk, and so this is where, I just get to get my free Volt Switch. He goes into Decidueye, a perfect counter to this, so I'm going to go to my perfect counter to Decidueye, which is Incineroar, and I believe I just click U-turn right here, seeing as he's going to switch out. He does switch out into Guzzlord, and I get that super effective U-turn off, and I'm going to go into Whimsicott directly, because I had to threaten that thing out. Well, I'm pointing at it with my finger, but I had to threaten Guzzlord out because that was a serious switch, actually. If I didn't have Whimsicott, I would be in big trouble, because, think about it. How can you kill Guzzlord from 75%? That thing is crazy. But I had Whimsicott, so. But I did click U-turn, and unfortunately I get this Rocky Helmet and Iron Barbs. So that was risky of me, because if he had clicked any move with Guzzlord, he would have killed something probably. Or two it KO'd him. Heavy damage. So I'm going to go in here, so I feel like I predicted him a little bit there, like going for the rocks, going into Decidueye and whatever. But now I'm going to go for the Toxic, predicting him to defog immediately, because I know this is his defog mon. But he goes into Slowbro, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. What is Slowbro going to do to me? He probably predicted something else. So I'm just going to Earthquake, get a solid 18%. That's what I'm talking about. 18%. Nah, but that sucks. I got Toxic. And I'm just going to Toxic again, but he just gets all that 18% and more back. And more. And I'm going to go into Incineroar. Like, he's just going to stay here Psychic, but works out. He goes into Decidueye. I calced if this knockoff would kill, and it said maybe. So I was like, alright, it might kill. It killed it. So it worked out pretty well. And he goes into Guzzlord. I'm going to have to hit this super effective U-turn. Now he's at Fiddy. I go to into Seismitoad. Okay, but think about this. Think about this. I should have paused right here. So he's Dragon and Dark. Grass and Fairy resist that. Actually, I think it's just Fairy that resists and is immune to that. So it's just Fairy alone. But he had the grass. Like, if such a bomb would have killed that for sure. I was thinking about going into it to threaten it back, but I was just like, nah, Seismitoad. Then I can get the rocks up again. So that was my mindset, and I got lucky with that. Because, yeah, I didn't think he would kill me in one hit no matter what he clicked. That's why I went into Seismitoad, but he probably would have killed me with Draco or something. So he was predicting something else. I could see it. I wouldn't want to click Draco with a Fairy either. But I predict that Psychic with Incineroar pretty easy. And then I thought he was going to go for the Toxic or the Scald, but I just went Seismitoad just in case. I would have gone Helio if I thought the Scald, just like here, but he goes into Passimian, so it kind of sucks. I'm going to go into Rotom, because I'm like, okay, is he going to CC? And he does! So I'm just like, okay, we're playing mad games with this guy here. Somehow we're predicting everything. Obviously, we're going to Volt Switch, since he's locked into that, and he can go into Guzzlord. I go into Whimsicott. I'm just going to stick this time. I don't care about the Togedemaru. I'm just like, this thing is not a threat to my team. I have Seismitoad. I'm going to stick this if the Guzzlord, because I didn't want to go for U-turn. Anyways, he could have gone. I think he was wrong for passing that to Passimian. He could, since I was in Rotom, he could have gone into Guzzlord for sure to get that wish off. I think that would have been a way better play. But, no, I'm just going to go back. I'd do it again, go back into Rotom, because, I was like, he's -1 attack. I don't care about the knockoff. So now I just Volt Switch out again, go into Incineroar. And actually, I thought about that for a long time right there. I thought about, do I go Incineroar or Seismitoad? Those were my two options, and they were both crucial, because look at the switch-ins to either of those. And so I was like, okay, I have to go Incineroar to be more offensively threatening. and I knew he wasn't gonna switch into Charizard, because if I wanted to click Earthquake, like I would have gone into Seismitoad, so he probably won't think I'm gonna click Earthquake, so that's what I go for. And I kill him. He goes for the Wish, and he goes into Charizard. Now here, check this out. You saw the Z move, but guess what it is? So I'll give you a hint. He doesn't kill me with it, but I'm gonna click Knockoff, and so that shouldn't kill him regardless, like of what the Z move is. But it's a +1 defense. But check it out. Check it out. I click Knockoff, and I'm like, oh, I get the crit. Just casual. Just casual. We just keep going. No one said anything in the chat the whole time. Like, we just keep going like, oh, well. Like, that's completely game-changing right there. But he just goes for Knockoff because I wanted to root him twice. But now I'm just going to decide to kill him. And, yeah, because it didn't matter from this point. I didn't need Incineroar anymore. So, yeah, I just left him in to die, but I go into Heliolisk this time for the Scald for anything, because it just Heliolisk takes Psychic probably, and then just sweeps from here. I could have gone for Hyper Voice, anything. Heliolisk wins, but that was just crazy. It was a low-ranked guy, as you can see down here, but, I mean, this is part of a series, so I have 2 more after this, and they're both higher and higher ranked people on the ladder, and it's pretty cool progression. You should check it out. Goodbye.